There's a lady who just called me. We were in a meeting for suppliers and calls and tells her, I want to send you something. Okay. Then he forwards a photo and shows, that's my house. And that's my father's house. This will be the last time I'll show you the two houses. They are somewhere in Roiro, that Juja farm. Mm-hmm. Then I asked her, what's the problem? Because it's a stranger. Then she tells me, I supplied a county, and now we had taken money from a microfinance, and I had insured money on my father's property, which is the land, and my land. It was about 7.9. And I have done the road. Sadly enough, it leads to the governor's home. I won't mention which governor. And now, after 2 days, I called the lady, because now I was like, okay, so I asked a few friends, do you know the lady? And say, yes. The house was taken out by the microfinance, and now they're in court. That's one case. And unfortunately, she's well known. Nothing to do. The other one was, now this is a personal friend. That's the reason why I was even happy to join the association. From a gentleman was called by the wife. Mm-hmm. They used to live in Rwaka, and he was told, kuna watu hapa. He said, what's happening? Then he was given the phone, akaambiwa, ile pesa kama ikuji, tunabeba vitu za nyumba. You had the accident of a guy went and ramped through the Two Rivers roundabout.
Yes.
That was a guy. We have another...
how much was he owed? And how long had
I think it was about 15 million, and it was for cabling, computers, and a software he did.
15 million?
Yes.
To a county or to a parastatal?
No, that was a county. Mm-hmm. The other one was a friend of... actually a friend of an MCA in Mombasa, who camped outside the offices to push for payment. And she camped, and when she was done, she went, closed the office, and told the staff we are done, and went home.
She closed her own business?
Her own business, and went home, and now she's a housewife. We have cases of people who did roads, and now they have to juggle between a debt here, you borrow here to pay here, you borrow here to pay here. Because these figures are humans. And then behind a company is a person.
Yep.
These are humans.
Yeah.
When they were doing, is it 2016 there? There's a time people were buying a lot of, I think all institutions were buying machines because we were coming from the old desktops and laptops to the new ones. Mm-hmm. I have 4 guys who have been paid about 40 million. They had supplied ministries and they had supplied counties, and up to today, nothing has happened. And if you look at the phone, at times, I remember the association at some point opened a credit debt collection firm. And we closed because you'll also go into depression. Because you go in the evening, the chairman tells you, look at all these things. And you look at them, you're thinking it's a horror movie. You go to the county, you ask them what has happened to all this. Hizi zitalipwa tu.
Jali.
Aina haraka. Aoni vile niko na mingi hapa zinanisumbua. And that becomes the story. We close the debt collection arm. Because we would have actually also gone into depression. And we're talking about, there's a gentleman who did supply, because even the public did supply, it's called concrete, the one you supply when road is being done. And some of them have not been paid by counties. Now, consulting firms are the ones that suffer under ministries and under parastatals. More so if there's a regime change that has been occasioned by either the CEO was fired by the board, so the board looks at that and says, no.
This man was doing this person.
I have 2 friends of mine who supplied KEMSA genuinely. But because there was a hula baloo about the COVID issue, ilipotelea hivyo. But it was genuine. Now, question is, there's always a blanket condemnation when a certain area is being touched.
Yeah.
So everyone suffers there. A new governor comes into office today. If you supplied between last year, August, and now, that money forget. Yes. A new governor comes into office. Ask people who suffered a regime change because the governor died in office or was impeached.
So if there's an issue, let's say there's an impeachment.
Yes.
The deputy now assumes office.
Yes.
Things that were done by his boss or her boss.
Because ideally the deputy governor, if we are to be honest,
same office,
and has no powers when he's a deputy. Sasa akikuja hapa, si wewe ulikuwa rafiki ya governor, kwanza kaa kando.
What?
So if you look at it, we have, because most of them, you know, I don't want to go to case because people relate, but if you look at it, you either have separated families, divorces have actually happened because you had issues, watu wamenyang'anyana manyumba to that level where now you're fighting physical. I have a case of a guy who they were going through divorce, and one of the things in a court case is a pending bill in a county that the wife also wants to get a chunk of it.
Zikilipwa
ni pate yangu. I have people who have to change their lifestyle because of that. Now, unfortunately, in an African setting, you change the lifestyle, a lot of things go wrong. Yeah. And what you're saying is...
That's true.
First of all, there's the flight of friends. Good. Unajikuta uko peke yako.
Yes. And what we are saying is, if you look at all, ask yourself why in the last 8 years, we've had high number of credit-only firms coming up. Because they know you love supplying government, so watakushikia hapo. You want $1 million, bring your car. I give you $1 million, but return in 3 months. You're hoping the country will pay in 3 months.
They never do.
They never do. So
the car gone.
The car gone. So we have a lot of yards. The salvage Nairobi. Gari nauzwa. Gari nauzwa. Gari nauzwa. You remain like that. So we have cases of people magari zao zimeuzwa amerudi zero. Ama nyumba imeuzwa amerudi zero. Was it when was it that Michael? I think it was February. Michael sat in town. You see that roundabout now? It's called City Market. Ukuje nikao natokea hapa. There's a place. Kuna kuanga na an optical shop. He sat at that corner until morning, overnight. Just his house gone, his car gone, and I think he had asked everyone to house him for 2 months. He didn't know what to do next.
So you've run out of friends who could house you.
In the morning, someone was passing in, so this guy is very neat. Because he started there the whole night. There's always a madhana kwanga hapo. Akaka, then a guy asked him, what's wrong? I compare story. He cried. The guy told him, come. Went, listened to his story and told him, okay, me I can only give you a job as an admin officer. You start your life. And this is a guy who used to high fly, supply government, get paid and stuff like that. Now, you have enough debt, so even if the government pays you, you're going to pay these people. You'll still be left with zero.
You have been reduced to nothing.
Yes.
Was
in a country that if systems were working and if people actually were held accountable for their positions, such things will not be happening. Remember this 800 billion, we've not even audited the 2023 budget.